secrets, children with supernatural abilities, parallel dimensions, and of course the 80s atmosphere. All of this made Stranger Things a cult classic. But few people know that the plot was inspired by real government experiments and urban legends. Let's break it down. The Montauk Project is a conspiracy theory that claims secret experiments related to psychological manipulation, time travel, and even mind control were conducted in the town of Montauk, New York. The concept has grown with various rumors and legends, combining real events such as research at Fort Gridley, which is sometimes mentioned in connection with Montauk, and has become a cult subject for conspiracy theorists. Key elements of the Montauk Project theory: time travel and paranormal phenomena. One of the central aspects of the theory is the claim that experiments were conducted on time travel. It is alleged that these experiments involve technologies capable of manipulating time, space, and even consciousness. These technologies are said to have included powerful electromagnetic fields that could alter the perception of time. Psychotronic weaponry. According to the theory, the project involved experiments with mind control and manipulation, such as hypnosis, psychotronic devices, and other technologies. It is suggested that participants in these experiments were subjected to influences that altered their behavior and perceptions of reality. Alien technologies and UFOs. Another element of the Montauk myth is the supposed involvement of extraterrestrials and technology exchange. Some proponents of the theory claim that Montauk's experiments utilized alien technologies, including UFOs, which allegedly allowed people to travel to other time periods or even other dimensions. Invisibility and teleportation technologies. The theory also includes claims that the project developed technologies that could make objects invisible or teleport them over vast distances in an instant. These technologies are sometimes tied to research done under the project. The main source is a book written by Peter Moon called Project Montauk. In this book, the author claims that the Montauk Project was a continuation of the earlier Philadelphia experiment, which allegedly took place in 1943 and was connected to experiments on making ships invisible. According to the theory, the Montauk Project continued this research, delving deeper into time manipulation and mind control. The theory is largely based on testimonies from individuals who claim to have been involved in the experiments, such as Alan H. and others who say they were or became victims of the Montauk experiments. These individuals share stories of how their participation in the project significantly impacted their lives. This project existed from the early 1950s until at least the late 1960s. Its participants were subjected to various psychotropic substances: LSD, mescaline, electric shock therapy, hypnosis, organic and synthetic poisons, and even radiation. The goal was to study the effects of these substances on the human mind, to develop effective methods of interrogation, essentially truth serum, cause memory loss or implant false memories, modify behavior, and create suggestibility or psychological dependence. In 1953, the MK Ultra budget made up 6% of the entire CIA budget, which was already substantial. At least 15 research institutions were involved, including pharmaceutical and chemical companies, 44 educational institutions, such as the University of Oklahoma, Columbia University, the University of Rochester, and the University of Illinois Medical School, 12 medical facilities, and several prisons. The full scale and number of victims is impossible to know, since in 1973 the CIA destroyed key MK Ultra documents, seriously hindering further investigations. In Season 2 of Stranger Things, we see how Terry Ives is rendered mentally ill and disconnected from reality through electric shock, something that very well could have happened in real life. If anyone is interested in reading the investigation materials of MK Ultra's activities, then write your email in the comments and I will send them to you. The series frequently uses the concept of sensory deprivation, which involves isolating a person from external stimuli. Eleven often uses a blindfold and white noise, from a TV, radio, or running water, to focus her powers. But in more intense moments, she is placed in a sensory deprivation chamber, a tank filled with high-density salt water. with a temperature close to that of the human body. No light or sound enters the chamber. In the show, a similar effect is also achieved using a kiddie pool with a specially prepared liquid. The first such chamber was created in 1954 by John C. Lilly, who, coincidentally, also studied the effects of LSD on the mind and used his invention to enhance those effects. Today, sensory deprivation tanks are used for relaxation, meditation, and alternative therapies.